What's up?
Ill. I'm sorry.
We got the much anticipated part 2 of Jaffer being a crazy UFO guy.
And boy, let me tell you.
First of all, I gotta appreciate, like I mentioned, Ashton and also John O'Donnell. Loyal listeners know John. Were so kind to me. Imagine this. Imagine you're the type of annoying guy I am. Y'all know people like this that, always sending you links to watch this, read this. They actually came over.
But I enjoy
so that we could watch this documentary together. Me and Kelly, 2 crazy UFO people. Ashton and John, 2 stubborn.
I'm crazy. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I'm crazy.
That's the most frustrating thing. Is that you are crazy. You're crazier than me.
I am. That was my favorite part. He was like, he thinks I'm approaching it as rational. Nah, nigga, I'm irrational too. It don't fit my irrational worldview.
Exactly.
I told you, it's Kabbalists and occultists running this motherfucker.
I know. He's like, there's no room in here for the Egyptian interdimensional being paradigm for UFOs to be coming from outer space. This makes no sense, Jaffer.
You're getting mind tricked by the Kabbalists and the occultists. You're getting psyoped by the guys who put the triangle on the dollar bill. I apologize.
It was the most fun, frustrating. Because this is first of all, this is like a 2-hour documentary. It took us like 5 hours to watch this shit. John and Ashton couldn't go 3 minutes. Oh, yelling, heckling. I'm like, pause. All right. Let's have another. It's literally 1 step forward, 2 steps back. We would get through 3 minutes of the documentary, pause, 20 minutes of arguing, and then 3 more minutes.
First off, this podcast is based off of propaganda. The propaganda we're constantly fed. We should be able to spot propaganda on the back of our hands. Oh my God, I can see that shit immediate. This nigga Jaffer invites us over to watch a 2-hour documentary that turned out to be 5 of nonstop direct interviews of the most demonic niggas you've ever seen in your life. It goes Chuck Schumer.
Both sides of the aisle. We got conservatives and liberals.
I'm like, nigga, them the aliens right there.
Where are you going to see Marco Rubio and Kristen Sinema agreeing on anything?
It literally was like every architect of war you've ever seen was in this.
But I hate this argument because who else would it be? Like if they were here, it would be the people from the Pentagon, people from the CIA, people from all these agencies, all the military people, Air Force, Navy. Look, watch. It's not something that'll completely convince, but it does a good job of showing that, like, all right, there's a bunch of high-level military people that say this shit flying around. And look, Quincy, this all came from Quincy, right? Quincy was a skeptic as well. He listened to me and you argue about this shit on our Patreon, which was an episode for some reason.
He said Quincy said he was convinced a third way through, and I said I'm gonna beat Quincy's ass. What the fuck? The fuck is Quincy talking about?
It did. I'm not gonna say a full conversion of Quincy, but it did shift your thinking a little bit.
You didn't feel any type of way that every single person, his argument is, of course, the government is the one who's going to have to tell us. Who is going to tell us? My argument is, them niggas is lying. This is the government. The niggas who are lying, who are a con artist, who are mass manipulative. They did 9/11 to manipulate our minds, okay? They destroyed our symbological towers of Boaz and Joaquin or whatever. And
I think here's what I learned. If you're ever gonna do something like this, you can't have John and Ashton watching it together. You got to be like cops. You got to separate separate interrogations, because y'all were like a feedback loop with each other. Y'all were having too much fun. This is bullshit. I know if it was just you or just John, it would have been a much more pleasant experience, and y'all would have had a little bit more open mind.
I would give it. At least John was rational. Here's where I'll say our different in viewpoint. John was actually like. I was irrational. I was the one who's like, no, dude, the world.
Can you believe this? Ashton and John. I out-crazied Ashton and John.
I was like, sorry, brother. This is the government. There's a simple answer. The evil high priestess of our world are coordinating to put a psyop in your brain. Those are man-made vehicles, and they're trying to make you think that we have an invasion so we can do a forever war in the sky.
So okay, I'm glad you said that. So to me, this is interesting because this is Ashton's takeaway. So and I think this is the worst. Even you found a new worst take on this. Like, there's one thing believing in it. There's one thing not believing in it. Right? I thought those were the two takes. Ashton found a third, even less logical take than the other two.
How is it less logical?
Which is so okay. He watched the whole thing. Right? He watched the whole thing and came out of it. And I think this should be a good pitch if you're thinking about watching this. Ashton came out of it. Correct me if I'm wrong. You were like, all right. I do believe now those are real things that are flying around.
I never, at no point before the documentary or after, I never said I did not think that there were not unidentified flying objects in the sky. That is something I never tried to express, convey. I did believe, like I wholeheartedly do believe. But now our point in where we differ, where we forked, is you say, because it makes sense. I get it. It's like more logical that it's more likely that actual aliens exist, and that's where they come from. I personally feel it's more likely that our government has these machines, and they are just running a fucking psyop.
But so to get more specific, you did learn from this doc, like, the more specifics of what they say these flying objects are. And what they're describing and is absolutely crazy.
Temporal
Like the way they operate, going 42,000 miles per hour, seeing like a flat black football field hovering above the sky that is the darkest black you've ever seen, going into water like no splash, all these things with no heat signatures, all these things that if you were to believe that these are real, there are orders of magnitude beyond what human beings could do. And to think that, okay, these are real flying objects that are defying physics in this way, but humans are doing it. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I think that's where our big leap comes in the difference. I think humans can do that.
But to go further, you believe that humans have this, American government somewhere has this, China, Russia, and they're just keeping it a secret.
I don't think it's just keeping it a secret. I think
they're not actively implementing it to gain geopolitical.
One, we don't know what elements of anything are being implemented. We don't. Even in your documentary, they said that these technologies were in the past 200 years. We've seen these technologies burst or increased in a faster rate than the past 1,000 of years, and technologies have slowly been leaking into consumer products and consumer technologies. I'm not saying that. Basically, what I'm saying is, they keep certain technologies secret and they use them for themselves. And I think that some of those technologies do come into our main society. I know. You saying that I genuinely do think humans have the capacity to do it.
That's crazy. I know I'm an asshole. I know I'm an asshole because I was excited to have this conversation. I was like, this will be a good little fun intro for the listeners before we get into the cop stuff. It'll be fun, a little back and forth. But every time you talk on this, I'm like, this sucks, dude. Why are we tormenting and then I do my part and I'm like, I think this is good. I think people will like this. And then you go and I'm like, what the fuck are we doing with this fucking podcast? This is how it felt this whole time. And I know that makes me a piece of shit. I know I'm wrong for that. But that's just what I'm going through this whole time.
I apologize for having opinions on your dumbass topic you brought up.
Yeah.
On a stupid
I've lost all my credibility.
Every time you talk about Loch Ness Monster.
Exactly.
You want to talk about how it's not real.
And I did like this thing, on our the YouTube version of this. I put like a comment, like a pinned comment, hey, kind of fun, hey, which side you more on Jaffer, more on Ashton? The comments were so mean to me and I'm only doing this shit for the algorithm. I'm trying to get this fucking podcast to have bigger audience. They're like, oh, right, do a poll question and thing, get some engagement going, and that's what I got. Fuck the engagement. I'm not doing this engagement shit anymore, dude. That's how y'all are gonna be, dude.
Love you guys. I love my irrational audience. They're like, it's the Kabbalist.
No, they're not. That's what you think they're thinking?
Chat, let's put a poll up. Is it the Pleiadians from Star System, or is it the ancient Babylonian metropolis?
And then they all answer. I'm like, yeah, fuck all these people,
They're all
man.
like, we're actually gonna go listen to Joe Budden podcast. I'm sorry. I think we're done. I think the podcast jumped the shark.
Yeah, it did. And look, I will not bring this up again until August of 2027. 1 year.
until the real disclosure day.
Yeah.
And we come on. I told you so. Disclosure day is gonna happen here. We're gonna have a third guest host. It'll be an alien.
Yeah.
So,
aliens, if you could read my mind right now, please come down to help me win an argument. Please.
But that being said, guys, if you want to go watch a documentary that's full of your favorite corrupt politicians, guys, boy, does Jaffer have a documentary for you. It's
Age of disclosure. It changed Quincy. It also had an effect on you.
Yeah, he's
Shit,
really
that's what change means. Fuck you too, Quincy. Oh, I can't even say change. Like, oh, actually shifted. Don't say I changed. I'm like burning the bridges with all my friends over this alien shit, dude.
Buddy. He was leaning on that Quincy.
I was.
Quincy basically says, Quincy's like, look, I gave it a 3 on Letterboxd. It was all right.
All right.
That movie.
All right. Let's start the podcast.
Belongs right next to that Kyrie Irving movie on Amazon.
Shout out Kyrie Irving.
Right.
All right. So now we start intro music. All right, folks, we will do our podcast now. Also, everyone wish Ashton a happy birthday.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Oh,
Yeah.
It is actually literally next week. I just do it this week.
Well, last night you put on an amazing comedy show, an after party. It was honestly, it was so good. It was like I was like, this is actually beautiful. Like this is like amazing. Like the vibes, the energy, and fantastic comedy. I I don't do stand-up anymore. I kind of fucking hate stand-up comedy. Like that's how I feel about it.
When I heard Jaffer laugh, I was like, oh my God, Jaffer's laughing?
I was enjoying. I didn't even expect to enjoy it because I hate stand-up. But I was like, oh man, this is awesome.
Watching Jaffer as an audience member was crazy. I was like, Jaffer's in the audience and he's laughing like an audience.
Yeah. That's how I truly felt. I'm like, I truly am not a comedian no more. I am sitting down, and I have no issue with it. I felt like I'm paying for a ticket. I'm sitting down, and I'm laughing at jokes.
That's real freedom.
It is.
That's what you call internally. He's unleashed. He's detached the strings. He doesn't have the sense of attachment. He's able just to enjoy purely. And I saw that because you guys were around dancing, having fun. Literally, y'all were the core. I gotta say, you and Kelly. Y'all kind of kicked off the dance floor.
Yeah. We're good at that.
I was really happy. And it made it easy for me. I'm like, I'm going to dance with Jaffer and Kelly. And I felt like because y'all were on the dance floor and I was able to go dance on the floor, other people were like, oh, they saw me dancing on the floor, which I only was spurred by you guys. Yeah. And I think more people started coming. They're like, oh, I'm going to dance.
Oh, yeah. And then it kind of got then the vibes got getting too freaky, and that was not on me and Kelly. Then it started getting like, ooh.
Wait, who's getting freaky?
We'll talk about it later.
Oh my God.
We don't have to talk about it. All right, before we dive into our main stories, a couple updates on previous stories we've covered. This first one is insane. If you remember, there was the ex-cop, white guy, who was caught planning a race-based mass shooting at a jazz festival in New Orleans. We know this because he was openly professing, wanting to do things like this, and he was caught with like a bag full of guns and assault rifles and ammunitions. And the update on that—
it's not a gun. It's a saxophone. And he puts the gun in his mouth and he plays it like, then he blows his brains out. All right, I'm just really.
So I'm not throwing you a lifeboat on that one. I couldn't find an entry point for me to really.
But you get the visual.
I kind of. I get the visual.
It's like me.
I get that a saxophone and a gun kind of have the same shape.
AK-47. I'm thinking more of like an AK.
is really your imagination was doing a lot of lifting here.
It was, and I was really hoping you guys were transported.
I did try, and I was like,
I'm imagining an AK-47. The cop catches him. He's like, no, it's a gun, and he puts it in his mouth.
Yeah, I was like, okay, yeah, yeah. But look, we can laugh all we want at this guy. Like, thankfully, he got caught by cops doing good cop work. We're fair on this podcast,
and I'm sure they threw the book at that guy.
Yeah, exactly. Great segue.
Tell him, Jaffer.
Well, the update is that this man is not going to face any charges.
What the?
Yes,
fuck?
There's some.
He's actually getting 2 free VIP passes.
He's been invited to perform.
Yeah, he's one of the guest speakers. Guys, give it up for our next speaker. You might have known him for being stopped at security last year with a bag full of fully loaded AK-47s.
Yes, you might have remembered him in the back of a cop car going through a Burger King drive-through, getting his ordering his number one.
He's dressed as an ICE agent in the back. He's masked up. Give it up for Steve, y'all. He's waving his gun.
But yeah, so he went up in front of a grand jury. So this was a jury of his peers that voted to not indict him. Why? Apparently, he didn't actually do any mass shooting. Like, he said some very terrifying, scary things. He acquired a bunch of guns legally and was driving. You can't. I don't really know. Like, I feel like it is a crime to plan a terrorist attack, basically. But for whatever charges that whatever prosecutors tried to present to this grand jury, they said no. And again, it seems crazy, but you can kind of understand, okay, he didn't actually do anything.
Yeah, I can kind of understand until I remember every case of conspiracy, any activist or just
exactly
any time they've ramped up charges just to go after people. It's like, okay, you fucking what are the kids in Texas, the activists in Texas?
Yes, yeah.
It's like they've turned.
Pamphlets. Yeah, guys are going to do 30 years in prison for transporting
and that's
zines.
not me advocating. The point of me saying that is not to say they should just trump up charges. What I'm saying is there's precedent for them to go, this is a conspiracy. I see there's a conspiracy to commit a mass shooting here. You've blatantly said, I don't recall what he said online, but if they were like, we're getting the feeling you're going to commit a mass shooting, and they still discover weapons that you could commit a mass shooting with. I mean, at what point do you say this is at that point, what is a fucking conspiracy?
Yeah.
But
yes. And so I was just giving a little caveat of I guess you could maybe see this, but yes, a totally valid point that not even maybe that caveat is unfair as well. But what I wanted to say was that was just the state charges in Louisiana. This was actually a multi-state thing. Ooh. He was started in North Carolina, and I want to add also, he has a history of deep mental health problems, violence, racism, and so started making these claims, these posts in North Carolina. He then traveled to Florida before Louisiana, acquired all these guns. You could probably argue doing more planning, conspiring to commit acts of terror.
Nigga and going then to each white nationalist power cell state and just gaining powers.
Yeah. And then was driving on his way to New Orleans. He never made it to New Orleans. So there could also be state charges from North Carolina, state charges from Florida, also federal charges, especially because he's crossing state lines. But none of this shit has come up. None of this shit has come up. He seems he's going to walk away scot-free. Isn't that crazy? This man seemed like he was about to do a racial mass shooting, and he's just going to be back out onto the streets with not even not even like a psychologist monitoring him or anything.
I mean,
this is insane.
It is, I mean, psychologically, I get it. It's like we live in like the age where this is like the racist, corrupt, mental. Everything you described about that guy, he's like he has mental health problems and he's racist and like all the stuff that he has a history of. We live in that.
Yeah,
we live in like mentally unhealthy, racist, homophobic. That's America. That's like literally what America feels like right now, the most exacerbated parts of our country. Not saying that's all of America, but yeah, it makes sense that the guy who kind of is a symbol for fucking America. I am like, why is he not, why are all the states, is this some coordinated effort to protect this guy, or is it the other way where there's so little accountability with cops? It's just like there has to be people forcing these states to press charges on this guy. Like, what is it? Is there protecting him, or is it just this much a lack of accountability, this much lack of caring about Black lives?
Yeah, it's a great question because it's literally hard to wrap your mind around it. Is this a conspiracy? That seems unlikely, but also it's just all these state government, all these state DAs, and we're talking about southern states, North Carolina, Florida, and then the federal government. We know who's leading the federal government right now. Just can't be bothered. Don't genuinely don't care.
Yeah, they're like,
crazy.
This guy sounds like a patriot, if you ask me.
Yeah,
Jazz fest.
So
all
crazy
that noise.
Yeah, so crazy story. Our next update is kind of the opposite of this one. We talked recently about the police shooting in Houston. John Mendoza Jr., an 18-year-old kid, was in his first year in college, was back home, driving in a car with his friends. They noticed that they are kind of being tailed by a police officer. He felt scared, so he decided in that moment, I'm just going to drive home. And the cop put his sirens on, and he fled. But his goal was, I'm going to go home to my dad. And he gets to the parking garage. We see on the neighbor's surveillance footage, the two cars go by. His truck, then the cop car, both go off screen. And he makes it in the garage, starts shutting the garage door. And we could hear the garage door closing, and then we hear a single gunshot. That was a gunshot that killed John Mendoza Jr. The update is that he is going to be facing charges. He's being charged with aggravated assault. And like what was kind of hinted at before is now confirmed. The lawyer is saying that he shot the gun off on accident. And that's what he's saying. That's what people kind of thought, especially because it's a single shot. Like, we know how cops are. Like, when they're shooting, they're going to shoot.
That's a crazy defense. Your Honor, it was an accident. If my client was going to kill the guy, he would have unloaded on that nigga irrationally. You'd be here like, why'd you do that? That's the conversation we would be having.
Yeah.
You'd be like, why? You didn't have to do that many shots. So that's why my client should get off.
Yeah.
It's like, he accidentally shot him. If I accidentally shoot somebody, what happens?
Yeah.
I'm doing like, if I accidentally shoot somebody, that's it? I'm good though?
Yeah.
It was an accident.
Yeah. But he is facing, the charges he's facing are not murder charges, but they are aggravated assault charges. So if he's convicted with this, it will be like a heavy sentence.
That's what the FBI should come out on MLK birthday and tweet. It was an accident.
But happy MLK Day.
Damn. Y'all act like a nigga ain't never accidentally shot a nigga before. FBI, my bad.
Yeah. And they're like, did you hear the shit he was saying, though? I'm like, dude, you sound like you're still mad about this. And then our last little update, I mean, it's not even much. Is there even a point bringing it up anymore? Yes, like my Google alerts for flock cameras now, it's like it's like it is, yeah. So I'll just do a broad update. Like, Google estate flock cameras and cops every single day are getting caught. And I think I was kind of interested in this like phenomenon, and I tried to look into it a little bit. And it seems like this sudden uptick of these cases. It's like the one thing about flock cameras, as terrible as they are, the flip side of this technology is that it's very it's very auditable. Mm-hmm. Like, meaning like flock can easily track like what was input in Flock, and then journalists can have it varies state by state, but generally have access.
They can't
to
over what cops are typing in. There's nothing they can do. They can't delete their search history. Is what you're saying?
It seems like yes, it seems like they can't, and so. It seems like now that this is making bigger and bigger news, more and more like local journalists are asking and then gaining legal access to the Flock searches, finding anomalies like, wow, this guy searched this one name 700 times last week.
Freaky ass cops are using the Flock system as Pornhub. They're like, show me big booty Latinas. It's like searching Washington Heights.
Yeah, and then it's a combination of that, and then like the police departments themselves are like, okay, yeah, we will look into what if we have any creepy cops, and we're getting many hits and results for this. So that is the hell that we are experiencing right now.
I do love that I'm loving the vocal growing movement of the Stop Flock camera. Like
bipartisan.
Yes, that is the shit. Like it has been in New York. New York has there's like a map. It might be. The internet is so listen, guys, I get we don't like Israel, but you don't gotta be this fucking anti-Semitic sometimes. Like there's even in the Flock memes, it's anti-Semitism. I saw a meme go out and it was just like, look at all the Flock cameras are. Notice anything? And it's just like the Upper West Side. There's no Flock cameras. And they're like, what do you say about that? I'm like, how do y'all make this anti-Semitic, nigga? How y'all even like, anything interesting? It's like, bro, why can't? But the Upper West Side is one of the most heavily surveilled areas in New York. There's cameras there, gang. But I'm just
look. Blame Israel for this shit.
That's how you know it's really making.
What I meant by that is blame Israel for the uptake in anti-Semitism.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously that's bad.
Shout out everybody making politicians. Politicians are running on anti-Flock fucking.
Yeah, last week we talked about it.
Yeah, niggas shot up a Flock. What do? You shot the Flock camera?
Shot him down. But so those are our updates on ongoing stories we've been covering. Now let's get into the news stories of the week. We're starting out here. Portland, Oregon, reading from Oregon Live. The headline is, Portland cop came to check on woman's welfare, then fell down her steps. Now he's suing her for $2 million. A longtime Portland police officer filed a $2 million lawsuit this week against a woman after the officer fell down the front steps of her home while performing a welfare check on her. Officer Bradley Jett's lawsuit says, quote, emergency personnel had already transported Roseberry Southwood 76, this is a 76-year-old woman that he's suing, away from her home in Southeast Portland's Selwood Moreland neighborhood when he tried to shut the front door and lock it. But instead, the suit says, the door handle suddenly came loose, Jett lost his balance, and he tumbled down approximately 6 concrete steps, breaking his finger and injuring his head, arm, and shoulder.
I would have loved to hear the audio of him falling down the stairs.
Yeah.
I don't need to see the video. I just want to hear the...
Yeah. Where's the FOIA requests on that body cam footage? Please,
Did I get that?
We demand the footage. We have the right to see this.
I would love that.
Look, we're trying to do a comedy podcast about the police here. All right, can you give us the fucking footage here? Please? Please, we deserve it.
Just him ass bleed.
Yeah, big tear in his pants. We're like, did he shit his pants? What the hell? Why does it stink? Release the footage.
Just at the bottom of the staircase.
Yeah. This should be the new flock camera that we all the new issue we all unify on. The public demands.
We don't want it to be recorded. Just show us that one recording of the cop. You can keep the Flock cameras as long as y'all show.
Yeah, let's make a deal.
Yeah,
let's make a deal.
All right. You can have Lower Manhattan.
Yeah.
We get this footage.
So let's see here. There were no railings on either side of the steps, the suit says, and that's a violation of Portland City Code.
That's so
which
crazy.
requires outside staircases with more than 3 steps, like the ones at Southwood's home, to have a handrail.
Oh, bitch.
So just to sum this, you're hearing this right. This was a cop, went to a welfare check, 76-year-old lady. Everything was, I don't know, the lady did not shove him down these stairs. He, on his own, fell down her stairs and is now suing the lady for $2 million.
And he was like, bitch, I did a welfare check. Now I'm about to get your welfare checks. All right. Yeah, that's pretty good. That was pretty good.
That was very good. That was very good.
Now, you remember Chaz in that was in Portland, right? The cop?
Yes. No, that was Seattle.
Oh, damn, never mind. Well,
just do it. Do it. Portland, Seattle. Come on now.
It doesn't make sense.
They're the same, dude. Portland and Seattle are the same. As someone who has never been to either city, I can confidently say they are the same.
No, Seattle's the suicide one. Portland's just
dude,
smelly.
they're fucking killing themselves in Portland too, dude.
Yeah, but that's because they stink in Portland.
They stink in Seattle too.
Nah, but like...
It's full of stinky white people killing themselves. That's both the cities. That's the demographic.
But the reasoning behind it, like the Seattle is like literally gray skies consistently.
Yeah.
It affects everybody.
Yeah.
Portland, they just dirty. They just gross.
Yeah.
Y'all, politics are correct. You still nasty niggas that don't nobody want to be around you.
Yeah.
That's 2 things can be true.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could be factually correct. Don't mean I want to be around your ass.
Yeah. I love this devolved into us just shitting on just everyone who lives in these 2 major cities.
Hey, man.
Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Hey, if you're listening to this, you're from Seattle, fuck you. Turn your headphones off.
Oh, honestly, old lady deserved it. Bitch shouldn't live in Portland. Bitch, leave.
Yeah, and the old lady, too. Fuck her. No, we're just kidding.
Just kidding. No, I apologize. It's what happens when I get something factually incorrect, and I thought Chaz was in Portland, so I had to project and defend myself by calling.
It might be. That's what I'm saying. They're the same cities, so it doesn't matter if it was in Portland or it was in Seattle. It was in both. Okay. All right. Well, then there you go. Great riff.
But now I don't have the energy to do the riff.
Yeah, I ruined it.
Now I don't have the psychological power that it takes to get to the mindset.
Yeah.
Anyway, but damn, dude, that's so crazy. This fucking cop went to this old lady's house to check on her, and he fucking goofily fell down the stairs, and now he's suing her. He's suing an old lady.
Yes.
For money. That's how this hero wants to get his bag. He wants to strip. I mean, I get it. You got to take these boomers' wealth somehow. Hey.
And fuck old ladies.
Damn,
fuck Portland.
I'm too open-minded, nigga. I can see too many perspectives.
That's our takeaway from this is that Ashton is so
open-minded.
empathetic.
I'm sorry, my empath. The empath in me just understands the housing market right now.
I can see them. I can see the white people not showering. I can see it in my mind right now.
At no point have I shat on this cop.
Yeah, dude, fuck this cop. And like, just imagine it from this lady's perspective. Like, she had nothing to do with there was a welfare check that was called on this lady. She needed help. And somehow she's learning that she's being sued for $2 million.
That old lady has to shoot whoever called that welfare check.
Yeah. Well, it's like, look, I get if you want to do this scam, right? It's a scam. You go to Walmart, you pour some water on the ground, you slip and fall, you sue for millions of dollars, you get your bag. Okay, that is a scam. It is not going to work with an old lady who needed a welfare check. Like,
you could get $2 million out of Walmart.
Yeah,
I'm assuming this lady's finances. I'm assuming
there's no way she could pay. Like, okay, if I imagine if he does like win a lawsuit here because her house was like violating code, like he'll be granted some amount of money and the city will find it. Like that's what I assume. You know?
You mean insurance company probably.
But like it was her property.
Yeah,
so
that's probably how he's justifying if it's something like that. He's like, I'm not suing an old lady. I'm suing an insurance company.
That's what it would end up being.
It's
but
like when Drake is
you are suing a fucking old lady.
Yeah,
dude.
It's like Drake being like, I'm not suing a rapper. I'm fighting a label. And he's like, nigga, you're suing Kendrick.
Yeah.
You're mad. You lost. All right.
Yeah. So, Jeff has been an officer with the Portland Police Bureau for 17 years, though he went on leave about 6 months after his fall on March 18th, according to state law enforcement records. The suit states that Jeff had suffered a prolonged disability, and there's, uncertainty concerning his ability to return to his career. Police seldom sue for injuries on the job. Now, this is kind of hilarious. I'm going to read this again. He went on leave about 6 months after his fall.
That's what I said.
So he fell, and then 6 months later, it's like, wait a minute, I need compensation for this shit.
And didn't you say it was his pinky?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I just realized my pinky hurt.
Yeah.
6 months. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. John, what's going on? You remember 6 months ago? My pinky.
His mother's crying. I told you, now the job's too dangerous. My baby. I told him not to, but he's too brave.
I'm surprised when he fell down the stairs, he wasn't following in slow motion with the gun.
Shooting.
No.
Yeah. Shoot someone. I'm suing your ass too, motherfucker. Fuck you.
You hurt my bullet.
Okay. So yeah, it goes on further into Oregon's law revolving around all this. I think he probably technically has a case because again, the ladies, it violated the city code. Obviously, there's just no way in hell this lady is gonna fork over $2 million to him. But maybe he will somehow get a bag out of all this and wonder, what price his soul will have to pay for doing some shit like this.
When I see cops and the shit they do, it makes me think, why do I believe in stuff? You could just have you ever read Beyond Good and Evil?
Mm-mm.
Or it's like the Friedrich Nietzsche fucking. Anyway, it's basically a guide to just be a dickhead. It's not. It's a good philosophy book. It's it just basically talks about morals and how you see. It's all perspective, but it basically just CEOs and all these powerful people on the planet have used it to justify literal psychopathness.
Yeah.
And have this worldview of power, of it's the will to power. You just you want to be just to have the best outcomes for you, and it doesn't matter. When I see people like this fucking not just only care about their profit and only care about I'm getting $2 million and just not care about the moral element or the soul part, I just always confused. I'm like, what? Do you not rot? How do you sleep?
Yeah.
Do you not? Am I broken because I have this emotional mechanism in me that makes me feel fucking guilt? How do y'all kill that?
Yeah. If it was me, if I broke my arm falling down the stairs, if I'm a cop, if I'm Chief Wiggum and I'm called over to check on an old lady and I fall down her stairs and injure myself, I'm going to not tell anyone. I'm going to keep that shit to myself because I'm going to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
I'm not going to publicize it.
Yeah.
Make this be my legacy. I leave is that I was the guy who sued an old lady for even if you get the $2 million, it's what's that? What cost?
And anytime I hear old lady, I'm just assuming she's on food stamps and she's like, "Well, I got some ketchup and I'm gonna put some hot water and make some soup with my."
Yeah, they're in the grocery line trying to count out
my coupons.
Sure,
it's just a can of pea soup. Oh, that's what I'm thinking. This nigga's stealing from that kind of old lady. She could be rich as hell. He might have. Who knows? It could have been a fucking spiral staircase made of marble. And he was like, It
was not.
Okay.
It's not that.
I slept, my head slammed on pieces of gold just everything. Yeah. Well, all right. Fuck this guy.
Yeah. Next, we are going to reading from Mother Jones. This is a story that I'm sure y'all have heard about. Let me do a little quick intro. We've all heard about the ICE fucking shocker gloves. The fucking literally the plot to the last Spider-Man movie. They have acquired those, and
they literally have masks and shocker gloves. How much further can this metaphor of them being a villain get?
I mean, it's not a metaphor.
No, I know.
But
exactly.
I know what you mean.
But like
the comic book villain aspect of it.
The looniness of it.
Yeah.
Where it's just like they at this point, and then Trump does the villain monologues for him. We're coming in and we're getting rid of the Mexican. Like it's okay. That's what we're talking about, folks. This insane ass electric shock story. ICE cops are getting fucking electric gloves. Mother Jones, the Orwellian company behind ICE's new electric shock gloves. In 2022, Assistant Chief Adam Gluck of the Cape Gordia Police Department in southeastern Missouri purchased electric shock gloves for his officers after learning about them at a trade show. What possible function could you need electric? I know we talk about non-lethal forces, but one, this is ICE. ICE isn't dealing with ICE is just capturing people from jobs. It's not like it's already inherently like you're going in and you're taking on, even though they want to tell you they're taking on drug dealers, they're taking on family members. So when the lethal force argument is already, it wouldn't even make no sense to you need de-escalatory forces. You shouldn't even have any weapons to deport people in the first place because it's not like you're doing a SWAT raid. It's not like you're doing a raid on a drug. You're just going and kidnapping people from schools and courthouses and
these are people who they don't have their papers in order.
Yeah, sure there's a threat of someone fighting back, but there's at no point
they're militarized.
Yeah.
It's just absurd.
And now they're like, we're looking for more weapons to deport working class people. And I'll continue. And his employees, he said, couldn't get enough of them. If I try to take away the gloves from those officers at this point, I think we have a mutiny on our hands. That's crazy. That's not a good sign when the chief is like, I gave my officers guns and I tried to take them away and he pulled them on me. They said, you got to take them out of my cold dead hands, motherfucker.
You got to take these from my cold dead electric hands.
Electrified hands. Gluck joked on the podcast interview a couple years later, they've really grown attached. The shot gloves, he went on to explain, allow the wearer to inflict pain without leaving the sort of marks that could look bad to witnesses or leaving officers vulnerable to lawsuits. They're the oranges in a sock of
literally. Yeah.
In today's society, oh my God.
You're quoting him.
I'm quoting this man. In today's society, you know how these liberals be. No, he didn't say that. Everybody's filming everything. Everybody has a cell phone. Gluck said, if an officer punches someone on camera, that can go viral in an instant. Even a standard taser leaves puncture wounds, but the glove is low optic and it looks better on camera and it looks better to those witnesses. With the glove, there are no burn marks or scars. He's like, it's sexy. It's sleek.
Well, I like this article because it goes into the company behind all this, because there was discourse online about this very thing that ICE, this is advantageous to ICE because they can inflict pain and force upon people without evidence, without leaving marks. They could even have their body cameras recording them, but they're just grabbing, touching people. The body camera is not showing that they've activated the shock of they've weaponized the glove. And so a lot of people might assume that this is sort of what's the word I'm looking for? That this is sort of people hypothetically thinking that this might be why ICE is using this. But this article shows, no, the guy who is behind all this is describing that, this is why this is good for us. We can inflict pain and force upon members of the public without getting caught.
Yeah. We're actually working on a technology to turn our officers into bullets. And that way you come close to them. I don't know. But this is freaky. We have a saying, feeling is believing. Compliant technology CEO. Okay, that's compliant technologies, right? Yeah. I almost read it as complaint technology. Compliant technology.
But compliant is just as dystopian.
Yeah. Compliant. That is a crazy name for your compliant technologies that makes technology
weapons for the state
to force you to comply.
Yeah.
Violently.
Yeah.
That's Wow. CEO Jeff Nicholas said in one 2022 YouTube video, in promotional clips, you could see people losing control of their limbs, falling to the ground, and crying out in pain after a light touch from the glove in 2022. The company called it a weapon in an Instagram post. Since then, though, it's downgraded the language to conductive distraction and de-escalation device. I'm sorry, branding the technology on its website as humane. Human rights organizations like Amnesty International have long raised concerns about electric shock devices like the glove, as well as other products that compliant technology sells, like electric shock belts and vests. You keep scrolling on their website, and it's like, is that a... They got a shock collar. It just gets to their freaky portions. This is our butt plug section. Shock belts and vests, which the company recommends for prisoner transport, courtroom use, and use on combative individuals during medical procedures like blood draws.
Oh my God.
Give us your blood. He ain't giving us his blood. Shock him.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Very dystopian. And it's very like, it's a parallel to the flock thing. Like, it's another example of just like capitalism being capitalism. Like, if you are a tech company making weapons, it's a great gig because, again, who is your customer? Government agencies with unlimited money. And so, of course, like, they're going to have, they're going to allow a sales pitch. These representatives from this surveillance company come in, do their little, fucking slideshow about their cool new gadgets, their new toys. And these cops are like, oh, yeah, we'll buy that with our unlimited budget that our politicians are fighting each other over who could possibly give us more money. And now all of a sudden, this is just a new reality we're living under. None of us had any say of this. None of us had any sort of participation that democracy is supposed to be. It's just profit seeking that is the real like rulers of the society that we have to live under.
Yeah, no, you're right. This is all just the shareholder value. That is like, how do we extract money out of the society? We could do it a million ways. Let's do it with violence and technology. That's really at the end of the day all this is. The secondary effects of it are we get new inventive ways to brutalize the public, but the first order effects are rich people get money. Yeah, that's all it boils down to.
All right, next story. We're going to Baltimore. Reading here from CBS News. Baltimore police officer accused of faking traffic stops to avoid responding to other calls. So we got a...
So me-coded?
Yeah, we got a relatable king here.
Can't even fucking be mad at this. I mean, you can't. You absolutely...
I'm not mad at all.
This story brought me joy. People's lives in danger.
Yeah. Baltimore City police officer Daquan Hutchins is facing an indictment for allegedly logging fake traffic stops, according to Baltimore State's attorney, Ivan Bates. Hutchins is accused of 4 counts of false entry in a public record and 5 counts of misconduct in office. Bates said that if found guilty of all charges, Hutchins could face a penalty of 12 years in jail and a $4,000 fine for each of the false entry charges. The misconduct charges do not have a maximum penalty.
This is so funny. I'm sitting here, I'm like, knowing all the things that cops have done, they have not gotten in trouble for, just on this episode alone, a fucking update. Cop attempted a mass murder at a fucking jazz fest. Nothing. Cop does fake traffic tickets. He's facing actual law.
Yeah. And, there's certain lines we just don't cross here, folks.
Daquan. Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Might be a read. May have something to play. Dude, I don't hate. Anyway, Officer Daquan. We're looking into this.
Yeah. And that's always a good point. It's like there's certain cops that do seem to face some accountability. And it's always refreshing to see a cop face accountability. I just can't help but to notice it happens to be a little Officer Daquan more often than not. Now, look, I'm not against accountability, folks. I'm not saying that. I'm just...
Why were you making fake traffic tickets and not threatening to shoot up a jazz club? Huh? Why were you... I'm sorry.
There are criminal jazz enjoyers right around the corner over there. I mean, in a sense, Officer DeQuan kind of an activist. Kind of. We don't know the calls that the Baltimore police wanted him to go.
I know this nigga. He's like, I'm not going to that shit. You fucking crazy. I ain't going to that shit. Nah, nigga. Oops, sorry. I just saw a fast Mustang. I got a big guy in big rims. Got a
there's a guy speeding in a burning building or some shit. Well, I gotta deal with this shit. All right. Officer down, shots fired. Whatever. Let's see. The allegations, Bates announced the charges at a press conference this Monday morning. The allegations came to light in December 2025 during a routine audit carried out by the Baltimore Police Department. The audit discovered, we'll call it a routine DeQuan audit on their police force, carried out by Baltimore Police Department. The audit quote discovered that for several months, Officer Hutchins had been making numerous false reports of traffic stops, as well as fake entries to an electronic reporting system, Bates said. During the period Hutchins was investigated, it was also discovered that he had not filed any body cam footage, as is required by police department rules. Investigators suspected the officer had been using the false reports to claim that he was unavailable to respond to any service calls. This left other officers to respond to calls that would have been assigned to Hutchins. Quote, "This was just a lazy cop who didn't want to do anything and wanted to collect a paycheck," Baltimore Police Commissioner Richard Worley said. During some of the times Officer Hutchins allegedly entered false traffic stops, investigators said they saw him sitting in his patrol car and attending to, quote, "other personal matters," which included ordering a smoothie, according to court records. Okay, fun fact, I guess. By doing so, he, quote, "placed a burden on his brothers and sisters in uniform and potentially jeopardized their safety."
That's so funny. Cops around just getting shot up. No. We need backup. We cut to this nigga.
There's a robbery at Smoothie King. I don't got time. I gotta apprehend the suspect.
Just juxtaposing the times. This fella. Officer in fucking shoot. Help! We got a fucking terrorist speeding down Main Street. We need all officers. This nigga's just like playing Sudoku. Ooh. It's all quiet and peaceful.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't help but relate.
Look,
it's just like
we've all been guilty of time theft at one point in our lives.
I've been guilty of theft.
But we've all been guilty of various wide spectrum of crimes, apparently.
This is so good. This is so funny. Cops do a bunch of fuck shit. Yeah. This is like to be expected, but it's funny. It's like, yeah, it's good when it affects other cops. That's all, not us, not the public.
It's fun. We laugh a little bit. The department began. So this is okay. I like this part. The department began investigating Hutchins after receiving an anonymous internal complaint alleging Hutchins made false traffic reports during a 4-month period. At the same time, the department launched a random audit and found some inconsistencies in his traffic stop records.
It's not a random audit if you get a complaint and then you immediately do an audit. What?
Yes, I think they're trying to say that there was a random thing that coincidentally aligned with the same time period that someone... So here we go. Undercover detectives followed Hutchins, who worked in the Northeast District for 5 years during 4 patrol shifts. They found that he recorded 9 legitimate stops and 8 false reports. Worley called this egregious and said the department regularly uses technology to make sure officers are doing daily tasks. The police department said this is a warning to the entire department that any misconduct will be seriously dealt with. Hutchins' police powers are suspended. He is being paid and is limited to administrative duty.
It's like, how do I make false reports from the desk? Yeah. If you think he bullshitting in, you got him in the office. He really about to.
Yeah. I love the undercover detectives going after one of their own. They're brothers in blue.
this is the one they're going after. Meanwhile, they have literal supervillains on their fucking force, and just But that's a funny story.
Yeah.
Shout out to this guy.
Shout out.
That's the only thing I know how to say at the end. Shout out to this.
Shout out to someone.
Yeah,
Shout out to white people in Portland. We apologize for our previous statements. Upon further reflection, there's no excuse, and I make no excuses for my comments.
And I don't think you stink that much. Like, I ain't really been to Portland like that many times, so I'm making assumptions. I'm going off based of what other people have told me, and that's not being authentic. That's fake.
We're just saying aluminum is not that bad for your armpits, right? It's like not the end of the world to use unnatural deodorant.
Your
right?
legs
do a cost benefit analysis.
are allowed to be washed. You can clean those.
Yeah.
But
last story.
Let's do it. Henderson. Oh, we're going back to Texas. Henderson County, Texas, a place I've never heard of. Can't be real.
No, you have heard of this because we've talked about this story before on the podcast. So you remember Trinidad police, right? So background for this story, we've talked about before the Trinidad, Texas, where they had famously bad water. Mm-hmm. And this lady opened her water faucet, brown water was coming out. So she took a video of it, posted it on Facebook, and then the cops come to her house and arrest her.
Posting her own.
Yeah, that's right, Quincy. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. So now we have a little bit of an update on that story.
Henderson County, Texas, via KLTV. Henderson County District Attorney no longer taking cases from Trinidad police. The same police department, as Jaffer said, arrested this lady for no apparent fucking reason. The Henderson County District Attorney's Office will no longer take cases from the Trinidad Police Department, according to a recent letter. The letter, filed Monday, states the offices of the Henderson County District Attorney and Henderson County Attorney will no longer accept cases for prosecution solely investigated or filed by the Trinidad Police Department until further notice.
So I've never heard of anything like this before.
I didn't know you could do that.
I had to kind of figure out what is going on here, but yeah, the district attorney is saying that we just don't fuck with this police department anymore. Like, if they present to us a case, that's not enough. Like, we'll look at it and we'll decide if we want to pursue it. But they have lost their privileges of us just using our prosecution resources for their work. Like, we no longer are taking what they're saying. They're saying we don't fuck with these cops anymore.
We've been burned too many times by it.
Yeah.
It's like they do the opposite of anything. Like what are we trying?
It's like saying, look, they can still like play the game, but we're unplugging their controller. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they can still go around, drive around in a car. They can have their uniforms and their badge and stuff, but we do not take them seriously at all anymore.
Interim Chief of Police for the Trinidad Police Department, Cameron Beckham, said he was astonished when he saw the letter. We've never gone through this. Beckham said, it's very frustrating. The officers are not able to do their normal day-to-day operations. It's like, what are we even putting black people in chokeholds for anymore?
Dude, it's going to be fun to be a criminal in Trinidad.
I know.
Like, what are you going to do? Sue me? You can't.
That's so damn. Finally, the bad guys.
You could throw me in jail, but I'm gonna get out. What charges?
You and what district attorney?
Exactly.
I haven't been able to get clarification on why this letter came out, nor clarification on what needs to transpire in order to clear up us up to go ahead and file cases and so forth, added Beckham. The letter, State Sheriff Bodie Hillhouse has agreed to dispatch Henderson County Sheriff's Office deputies to any crimes that will happen in Trinidad city limits. The citizens deserve law enforcement coverage, and we will provide that coverage, said Hillhouse, according to the letter. Any pending Trinidad Police Department cases will be reviewed and decided on a case-by-case basis. That's crazy.
They've just lost privileges.
Yeah. I know. How do you lose? How does a whole police department lose their word and their trust.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's like a husband gets caught messing around. So the wife's like, "Look, I'm not gonna leave you, but you're gonna have your location on at all times. You are sleeping on the couch the rest of the month." They're like, "Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Can I still kiss you goodnight?" No, get your ass on the couch, idiot.
We're only married by paper.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
This. I feel like this is.
I'm not telling the kids, you can still, come home every day. They're still your kids.
Is this
but...
not the solution to like bad police departments? Just have the DAs.
No way. This is too weird of a solution. This can't possibly be a solution.
You know what? We're not. You can do all
But they still get to be cops. They still get to
Yeah.
go around and police and stuff. It's just when cases from this police department comes on the DA's desk, it's basically just like grain of salt. It's
But
like,
at that point,
I will look at this.
At that point, they turn their police department into just like fucking Dog the Bounty Hunters. They're not like.
Yeah. But the DA is not saying that we will not prosecute anything.
They're saying case by case.
It's just saying we will look into
They're
it.
really saying these niggas be lying so much. We have to literally every case.
Yeah.
We have to scan it with a fine tooth comb with a fucking microscope, just looking at. All right.
Yeah.
All right. It's like when you're a kid. It's literally like a kid.
I was thinking about the exact same thing. Yeah, keep going.
So much.
Yeah, your childhood. What's the word starts with? Pathological liar.
Yeah,
friend.
Boy Who Cried Wolf.
Yeah,
literally, like it's like a kid who's like, no, and then this time, and then my friend, and then he came, and then he's like,
and your friend's like, no, they didn't, dude. Shut the fuck up. Why are you
like,
always making this shit up?
And then two girls came and they sucked my, and you're like, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Bro. You're like, yes, it did. Like, you gotta listen to each story.
Yeah, dude. I remember that kid in our friend group. I remember one time he told us he went to we had the Cliffs, classic suburban kind of wooded area, and he was like, yeah, I made out with a college girl. I was like, no, you didn't. We're in 5th grade, bro. Think of a better lie.
I was that kid. I told some crazy lies as a kid. I told crazy lies, bro.
You were that kid.
I told wild.
You were the Trinidad Police Department.
I'm so happy I still have friends. I told some egregious, look, what
was the one? What was
Yu-Gi-Oh?
The Yu-Gi-Oh one?
Where I pretended to go to Duelist Kingdom for 2 weeks. And I was just at home sick. I was like, sorry guys. I've been on Pegasus Island battling Kaiba and Yugi. They were like, no. I was calling them every night.
It's literally a cartoon. That island is drawn by ink.
Yeah. They were like, no. I was like, yeah, boy, yeah. I'm here right now. They let me have phones. They gave us cell phones and computer. I literally remember that line. It was so
and then you lose story privileges. You try telling a story, no one's into it. Everyone's like, shut the fuck
actually
up.
What happened was I learned I was a creative guy. I was like, I'm a thinker. I should take a creative arts class.
One of my favorite moments of your set last night, which I enjoyed. Great set, great stuff as always. But you're about to go to your next joke, but then you pause to say, by the way, not everything I say is gonna be real, or I even mean it. I'm just up here doing jokes. And then you started your next joke. I forgot what it was, but immediately these ladies next to me were like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's why he said it. He knew he was about to say some weird fucked up shit." He doesn't mean it. That's why he said it, to not get this reaction out of you.
The crazy part is, I didn't even say the real joke that I wanted to say. I didn't. And the joke that I was setting that up for, I was like, I'm not even gonna say that joke because the people are having a good time. It's a funny joke. I'll tell you the joke. It's funny to me. But you have to be. It's a joke. I go, it's about dating. I say, oh man, dating's tough, man. There's a lot of double standards. Yeah, like my last girlfriend, she could read her little horny books. Nobody gets mad. Nobody gets upset. It's okay, right? She can read her little freaky words. It's not a problem. Meanwhile, I get one erection reading the Epstein files. And now...
My God. Oh, my God.
And now I'm the best. What's the joke I was
Andrea's editing you in real life now. We're cutting that. We're cutting that, Ashton. Andrea's now, hire her as your full-time editor. Oh, you mean with the podcast? No, just in general. Just in general.
Edited it in real time in that moment.
You did.
I said I'm not going to say that.
But then the joke you did say still had that reaction.
But I was like, I'd prefer them thinking that than me being a pedophile.
Yeah.
Because the end of that joke is being like, I'm kidding. Okay, guys, relax. I'm not. My girlfriend doesn't read or some shit like that. And there's at least some semblance of a joke. But I do the joke a lot. It's always it's honestly 75-25 because the cadence of
was it because you were in a black room? And
no,
like,
it was
maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should keep the pedophile stuff in the holster for this show.
It wasn't. It was more in the sense of I've been doing the joke and it's a funny joke. Yeah, I enjoy doing the joke because I hate that we have actual fucked up people in comedy because you can't just say stupid fake shit.
Yeah,
that's like it's funny to me. I just said I've never even read the fucking Epstein files. I don't give a fuck about the goddamn. It's a joke, but. Yeah. I've done it so much that 75% of the times people laugh. They like the switch, the Epstein files thing is such a random.
Yeah. You just don't want it to be. You don't want to be known as Ashton Boner for the Epstein files. Womack.
Yeah. And it's like my love.
The joke is too good.
The love of
damn
comedy.
it! I've done it again.
But that's the thing about there's so many jokes that I have to learn. Just because it's a good joke doesn't mean I should do it. And
yeah.
Sorry.
Yes, that is true.
But I'm like, God, why would you put that combination of words in my head? Like, but it just takes maturity. Like, there's this girl, she's getting bullied. She's this white rapper girl. And she really sucks, man. She really sucks. And people are online getting into her. And I was about to pile on because I thought of the perfect. I wasn't trying to pile on. She's a white rapper. She's getting in trouble because she got popular off her name's Sleepy Puppy 77. Her videos are pretty funny. Because she makes these videos that are funny. Then she started making her own rap videos, and people started discovering the old videos, and they're very fucked up videos. They're like ironic. She's basically like
edgelord.
They're edgelord videos, irony pilled, and it's like she's trying to make rap seem like it's not that like simple.
She's making fun of the genre.
Yeah, and to the point, but she really likes it. But the thing is, the girl, she's a normal girl. They put so much stuff on her, like she's racist, all this shit. I'm like, this is just like a 18, 19-year-old girl who's irony pilled, has no fucking she's anyway. I was like, but I heard her song and I did hear her real raps, and I was just like, it sounded like Billie Eilish's Beanie fell into a toxic vat, and then went to the booth.
Yeah,
still like wanted Billie Eilish's do-rags.
Yeah, I was about to say her flat brim hat is the last thing. It's as fun as his being.
And it came out and it started rapping. So I was gonna write that. And I was like, that's really funny to me, but also. This girl's probably gonna read all these comments, and it's probably gonna crush this little girl's fucking. I'm not, I was like, I'm not gonna put this,
nice.
Even though
that's nice of you.
Billie Eilish's do-rag is so funny. Falling in a toxic vat pit is just so
hilarious.
I'm like, I gotta. Thank you for letting me think of this.
Yeah. All that's left that's floating is her grill. Like, damn, that was a good grill. Give me that. That's what you would do, right?
Yeah,
right?
Put it in my mouth.
Yeah, you would. Oh my God.
So gross. I've told too much of my lore here. This podcast is too much.
Yeah. But I like that this whole tangent we went on is all rooted in the fact that the reason you're a stand-up comedian today is because in your soul you are a liar. In your purest self, your childhood form.
No.
You're innocent.
I was always gonna be a stand-up comedian. That was preordained. that I had shit in motion before.
Yeah.
What this was letting me know I'd be a creative genius. What this was letting me know I was like, oh, I have my own POV and voice, and I can use this. I don't have to just make shit up to make my friends like me. I can just do that for art.
I can do it to make the world like me.
I can use this power.
Yeah.
I can manipulate more than just one. Yeah. But that's me, guys.
Yeah. Shout out Trinidad Police Department. That's our episode. Sign up for our Patreon. And have a good one. Thank you.
Bye. Oh my.
Oh my god! That was incredible. Whoa, dude, we gotta do a case study on this shit, dude. Ashton had developed this habit of like when we would end the episode, he'd do like a bye, like a white girl bye, but then became like reflexive, and then he he hated it doing it, so then he had to actively not do it, and he just let out. It's like all the ones you held in all came out. That was so you like. Yelled that, and then I saw your eyes like, oh no! That actually came out on accident. Oh my god, dude. That was crazy. Dude, what's wrong with you, dude? That was like the craziest thing I've ever seen. Dude. Gotta go to a doctor, dude. I gotta figure out what's going on. I think there literally is a white woman trapped in your body. She's trying to get out. She's trying to get. Remember Obsession, where the real Nikki would come out for a moment? That's what that shit was. I'm not here. It's not me. I'm trapped. Oh, bro, someone did some voodoo shit on you, bro. There's a fucking white girl in there. She's dying to get out.
I couldn't. I have no free will. What was
that? Yeah. No, we're still live. This has to go in. Thanks, bro. Patreon. $5.
No, we have to close. We can't say goodbye.
You get a weekly bonus episode. Just $5 a month, y'all. Help pay for the government experiments we'll have to run on Ashton to figure out what's going on here.
Oh my God,
All right.
Ooh.